Shalom. Call halal YAHAWASHI BAHA. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the hopefully elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird mixed among the heathen nations. And to the AHBA that are listening and learning, to you I say shalom. This is your brother Malchaamah, coming at you with another lesson in truth. I'm not even sure where to begin. I got a couple scriptures in mind already, but there's a couple things that happened today, and there was a lot of deaths. As a matter of fact, let's start off with this one. This is because judgment is upon the earth, and the Lord is beginning to visit the world that he made. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get that before I read the scripture I was about to read. This is 2nd Ezra 9. And 4, and it says, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days which were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end. Wait a minute, Salakia. I read down too far. Verse 2 is where I wanted to go. Matter of fact, I'll just read 1 through 2. All right, the point is in verse 2. And it reads, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And with the doomsday prophets, as President Donald Trump referred to us as, prophesying the destruction of Babylon. All right. The vibration is around the world now, and judgment has come. The arrows have been fired, and they can't be pulled back. That virus is out there. And this death of Kobe Bryant is like a clockwork. Like clockwork. Every time that major prophecy or any real news comes across the airwaves, the distraction story comes right behind it. Almost like clockwork. All right? To take people's mind off of what's really going on. All right? But what happened with Kobe Bryant was simply just judgment. It was his time. His judgment came, and his daughter was judged with him. As a matter of fact, this is Job 4 and 7, and it reads, Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where was the righteous cut off? So they were not innocent, and they were not righteous. They weren't calling on the name of YAHAWASHI. They probably ate abominable things. They worshipped all the holidays, all the wicked holidays of Babylon. Celebrate birthdays and all that mess. All right, they were not righteous at all. I'll read it again, because everybody, oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. It's not sad at all, man. He got judged, and now he's actually in a better place, and now he knows the truth. Now he's probably angry and feel stupid. His daughter too. All right, they got that anger now, because now they know everything, and they know what's, now that their souls are angry and crying out for vengeance and crying out for their people who are still here. Thus saith the Bible. But I'll read it again. Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? So no one perishes was innocent, and the righteous is never cut off. So they were neither innocent nor righteous. All right. Today, I picked up a group of people, you know, and they got in the car, and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And everybody was all teary-eyed. The girl said, "I've been better." I said, "Well, you've been worse." And then they just continued to conversate among themselves, and they kept talking about someone who died, who, you know, oh, I wouldn't want to see that. And finally it just came out. And the woman in the back that was with the man, all right, because there was one lady sitting next to me, and the other two got in the back. And she said our neighbor above us on the 31st floor fell off his balcony and fell to his death. But I just read whoever died being innocent. And then through their conversation, he had a boyfriend or a partner. He was gay. And, well, let's see what the Lord has to say about that. Because, see, the Lord does not approve of that. This place approves of that. And this is supposedly a Christian society. But the Lord, the scriptures clearly say that the Lord changes not. All right? It clearly says that the Lord changes not. Okay? This is Leviticus 20:13. And it reads, "If a man also lieth with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them." So his partner is gonna die and get judged as well. But you know, and then I told them how, well, you know what, that's a sad thing that, you know, I had a client who lives on the 21st floor in a luxury apartment downtown Chicago, and her maid came into work, left a note for her family and friends, and jumped off her balcony. And she was like, well, he didn't jump. They found the ladder, and it looked like he was actually trying to take down some Christmas lights, and lost his footing and fell over his own balcony. But what does the Bible say about Christmas? Let's go to that scripture. See, he's committing many offenses that may be taken lightly by you people. But the Lord is tired of playing with you. All right? I do believe that's in... where is that scripture? Oh, yes, Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. But it's, the scripture that talks about don't cut a tree and decorate it with silver and gold and nail it. Yeah, that's Jeremiah 10, the 10th chapter, and I'm going to start at verse 1. And it says, "Hear ye the word which Yahawah speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahawah, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of a workman with an axe. They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with the nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good," because it's just a stupid tree that you cut. It's basically idolatry, and you're worshiping a false idol. The Lord told you not to cut a tree and deck it with silver and gold and worship around it, because that was a custom of the heathen. But yet you Christians could care less what the words of the Holy Bible says, man. That's why the Bible is used as the face of this video, because you could care less what the scriptures have to say. And that's why judgment is upon you. All right? That's why that virus is all the people who are dying and sick from it, that's their judgment. Point blank, period. Another hot story happened in Chicago. Well, outside of Chicago, in Lisle. There was a woman who for reasons they can't understand, shot 3 men. All right. The woman was from Chicago, from what I'm told, or from what the news said. And she walked up behind a police officer and shot him in the head. And she shot 2 other people. The police officer died. And they can't understand why, the motive, I don't know. It's just if it was random, if, you know, if she was having an affair with this dude, you know, who knows what was going on. All right, but all issues of death belong unto the Lord, man. So, you know what? I'm going to get that, but first I'm going to get, there be spirits created for vengeance. All right, and that's in Ecclesiastes 39 and 28. So in the book of Sirach, and it reads, this is 39 and 28 in the book of Ecclesiasticus or the book of Sirach. I prefer to say Sirach because then you don't confuse it with Ecclesiastes. But 39 and 28, and it reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. And that's what her goal, that's what her spirit was created for that day of vengeance. All right. And it says, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. She laid on sore strokes as she pulled the trigger of that firearm on those 3 men. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Her shooting that man in the back of the head and shooting those other 2 men, it pleased he who made her. We all know who the he who made her is. All right. Verse 29. Or it says the wrath of him that made them. Verse 29. Fire, hail, famine, and death, all of these are created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and sword, punishing the wicked to their destruction. Salakia. So all this death that's going on in the world, the Lord has authorized it. The famine, the earthquakes. There was an earthquake in Turkey that killed a bunch of people. There was another earthquake and another one in Puerto Rico. All right. So judgment is upon the world, man. As a matter of fact, let's get one more scripture. Close this out. And this is the book of Psalms. 68 and 20. And it reads, he that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto power Yahawah belongeth the issues from death. Now I'll read it verbatim. It reads, he that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto God, the Lord, Yahawah, belong the issues from death. So all issues from death belong unto the Lord. All right? And no one escapes it. Just like in that what was that series of movie, Final Destination? When you're marked for death, man, death is coming for you. And there's nothing you can do about it. All right? Once the Lord has deemed, you know, that your soul is required, there's nothing you can do about it, man. In fact, let me check. I said that was going to be the last scripture, but let me check one to see if I can actually read it or close it out. Yeah, actually I will. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39, and it reads, see now that I am even, I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Call halal YAHAWAH by SHAM, by Hashem Rakar Kodash, YAHAWAH. Shalom.